stranger. I'm begging, put your finger in my Elden Ring. The Scoundrel M is streaming live on Twitch for your second screen. You might enjoy it, sometimes it's obscene.
Your pustules popping, the drippy bits dropping, your guts plop plopping. Nurgle, 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 gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. It's not the best life, but at least you're not horny.
Oh, nurgle, I hear you gurgle, I hear your pustules popping, your drippy bits dropping,
and your guts plop plopping.
Ah, the nurgle, nurgle, nurgle,
Nurgle, nurgle, nurgle, nurgle, nurgle, nurgle, gurgle, nurgle, nurgle,
oh, nurgle.
Once upon a time, I saw a man snort a line. Woo! In fact, it was two at a time. Double-barreled, followed by liquor, salt, and lime. At first he seemed fine. Then he started putting ice cubes up his bum. Once upon a time, I saw a man snort a line. In fact, it was two at a time, followed by liquor, salt, and lime. First he seemed fine. Then he started putting ice cubes up his bum. Double-barreled, Mahara sword and wing. Double-barreled, star the moon.
Once upon a time, I saw a man snort a line. In fact, it was two at a time, followed by liquor, salt, and lime. At first he seemed fine. Then he started putting ice cubes up his bum.
Once upon a time, I saw a man snort a line. In fact, it was two at a time, double barrel, followed by liquor, salt, and lime. At first, he seemed fine. Then he started putting ice cubes up his bum.
Once upon a time.
Oh, we oh, huddle, 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 oh, we oh, huddle, huddle, huddle.
Look into my eyes. Do you see the fire in my heart that beats for thee? Baby, hold my bugger like a clown car horn. Make my knees buckle like a newborn corn. Pump, 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 pump. Make my nuts go pump, pump, pump.
Indeed, no more profound musical message has ever been delivered in the modern era than honk, 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 bonk, 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 make my nuts go clonk, clonk, clonk. True passion made into language. Amazing, I'm sure you'll agree. Ooh, I hear the chat going. It's Rando. Hello, Rando. How you doing? Good to see you. Well, good to read you, I say. I mean, I can't see you right now. That would require some quite extensive reconnaissance, and I'm just not up for it. I'm sorry. I can't stalk you. You're going to have to find someone else. Oh, what's happening? The music. It's going off again. Oh.
Holy shit. Someone resubscribe. That was quite a shock. Much obliged.
I swapped over to my headphones there. That was quite loud.
Gracias.
Merci, gracias, as they say. Thank you very much, Rando. Much appreciated. Let's quickly swap over to broadcast screen. Excuse my hiccup. Oh dear. Not ideal. There we go. De nada. Isn't that the name of the guy out of John Carpenter movie with the glasses? Oh, They Live. That's the one. I know the name. Come on. Of course I know that. I'm a Carpentoid. I'm a big fan of the old Carpenter. He makes birds suddenly appear. That's not true. It's the wrong kind of carpenter. That's the kind of carpenter Jesus was. He turned birds into dinners. Oh, it's fish. His speciality was fish. He was a fish chef. He didn't do chicken. Or maybe he did. I don't know. Are there any chicken-based miracles? I can't be a Christian if there's no chicken-based miracles. Fuck that. We can't even conjure a chicken out of thin air. What am I doing? What I want? Bread and fish? Fuck off. Get with the real. Come on. Anyway, sorry. Enough of my denunciation of Christ. Let's get on with what I'm here for, which is, of course, a bit of the old modding. Very exciting. I'm sure nobody would agree. Everybody who comes across this will be like, "Ooh, what's the goodbye." But hey, sometimes you just got to do what feels right. And honestly, I'm balls deep, and that's from the feet. So that's deep. Anyway, where were we? I was doing my little mod, wasn't I? I don't really need... Do I need to recap? Do I need to explain the scenario, or should I just start whipping out stuff and showing off? I say showing off. I mean, at best, I can expect a very polite and a nod from most people who see this, so that's good. Good. The Holy Grimace brought forth the McNugget from the dust of the earth. Oh my goodness. Grimace. Is that what Grimace is supposed to be? Is he supposed to be a nugget? If he is, why is he purple? Because if someone says, I want to show you a purple nugget, I'll be like, sure. I'm going to need an adult to supervise, please. Anyway, where were we? I thought he was supposed to be like the personification of Milkshake. I thought he was the sort of, makes the song very different. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Actually, does Grimace talk, or is Grimace an inarticulate grunting monster? I must admit, I haven't paid attention to McDonald's mascot characters since I was a child. So, working Grimace, oh my goodness me. I'm sure it would drive my children into a state of apoplexy. Absolute fury, indignance. Oh dear. Anyway, where was I? What have I developed? I spent like easily a week between streams actually doing almost nothing but this. I'd just like to point out, I've been telling this to all my friends, both of them, that if you look at the numbers for, in fact, let's just do it. Let's just open up Steam here. This is the game. I played it for 188.7 hours. These are the tools. I played this for 1,004 hours. I think we can see where my interests lie. The game is fun enough. I just can't stop tweaking with it. Once I've seen inside it, once I've seen its guts, I want to make it into a glove puppet. That's a bad metaphor. That's a very bad metaphor. That paints me as quite the weird sadist. Let's not use that one. Once I've seen how it works inside, I want to develop it further. That's a much more straightforward, much plainer one. No. Only to a computer game, not to a person. I don't want to play in a person's guts. That just sounds weird. If anything, it's approaching from the wrong entry point. I mean, your mileage may vary. Well, inchage. Mileage, that's a bad problem. Nobody's going to want that. Unless you've got some sort of reel, like a fishing rod or a hose. Mind you, if your dongus is thin enough to be compared to fishing twine, then wow, impressive. Anyway, where were we? Sorry. Thin Willie's, which sounds like a restaurant, doesn't it? Welcome to Thin Willie's. Have you ever eaten here before? No.
Fat Willie's.
Oh my god. No, I don't know. Fat Willie's sounds wrong.
Sounds more satisfying than Thin Willie's.
Well, if you're gonna, yeah, but you can't. You may as well call it thick cocks at that point. It's got to be a pun. It's got to be an actual play on words. I hope nobody's watching in a public space. This is like the time that Sergeant Indy put me on the TV in the shop and I didn't know. Yeah, our beginner class of D&D player were quite shocked. Well, from Dr. Dre, my least favourite sex phase, I used to be not phase. I apologise. I'm making out like you've been doing this. I used to be up in her guts like every day. Well, yeah, I mean, good Lord. That's not the way to think about it. Although now, unfortunately, I am. So we're going to end the stream quickly and I'll be back in about... I think I'm going to need about an hour. No, I jest. Of course not. I'm not going to abandon...
2 hours.
I'm not going to abandon my audience. That would be insane. Of course not. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I tried not to cough into the microphone and ended up coughing directly into Kel's face. Wonderful. I'm the perfect boyfriend. That's why I'm in the bottom of the frame. Let me just change this. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Fill the bottom up with bezel instead of me. That's good. This is good though, because this is gonna pre-screen all the people looking for high quality streams. So they're not going to come in here and start tutting, and we're not going to be distracted by their tutting, which is nice. It's nice. We can just wallow in crap. Or at least... Oh no, this is getting even worse. Why am I going to say that you're going to wallow in my crap? No, that's not why we're here. God, I can get the poop out of my brain. I don't like it. Okay, where were we? Ah, yes. Back to the soul-crushing tedium for everybody else of my mod. What have I done? What have I done? Well, first of all, let's have a little look. If I say don't play from camera position and load from the menus. Yeah, how about that? How about that? So at the moment, I'm still working on all the mechanical bits and bobs. I haven't started putting any of the fluff in, any of the character bits and bobs. But for now, things are working okay. You can spawn as the Soviets. They don't need any changes. I think they're pretty much finished. Actually, tell a lie. There is one little tweak I need to make for the Soviet faction play to be complete. One tweak, and it will be complete. I need to make it so that you can pick up and put down the barrels for the convoy anywhere, so you can take them off the truck. Because if you can't, it's going to be a real nightmare for any of them to get captured by the Americans, or at least on the American side. For the Soviets, it would be great. Nearly 7 years as a livey. Oh my goodness me, it's been that long. Like, to be honest, a little while ago, quite a while ago now, I was like, oh, I've been streaming for 10 years. Got basically nowhere. Amazing. Amazing that you can spin your wheels for so long. But hey, who cares, right? What was I saying before that? I was going to say something else. 10 years. Yeah, but that was ages ago. Years. And now, how long have I been streaming? I don't know. It's so long that like the early history of my channel isn't even on Twitch. There's like a cut-off point, and now you can sort of see the stats for where I was streaming, when I was streaming. Mind you, I don't think the early days really count. Nothing counts before Dark Souls, I don't think. Dark Souls! Look at me slumping behind the monitor. This is great. I'm just going to peek over the top. I need to put my hands up so I look like one of those graffiti things on the top of the stall. There we go. This. I am. I just want to point. I shouldn't need to point this out. You can see this. I am a master procrastinator. Okay, so Soviets. I tell a lie. I spotted another thing I need to do. I need to set up their basic loadout kits because they don't really have a choice to go and grab extra shit. They have to use what they start with, which is going to be fine because it's going to be like, guns, bullets, torches, radios. That wasn't a cough to indicate that I wasn't going to give them torches, or that was just a cough. It just happened to come out very theatrically. I apologize. Peeking. That's right. When I peek, I'm going to peek on that peak. Oh, you mean peeking over the top? Peeking. Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Peeking with 2 E's. You were spelling it right. And here's me in my head besmirching your name, going, can't even spell. Fucking peasants. Oh, my God. Anyway, let's start. Here's a Soviet character. You can tell from the fact that they're dressed in USS Aegean clothes. Wow, that is juddery. That is juddery, and that judder is only on my screen. Does it look juddery for you, or is that just the preview? Anyway, if it's juddering or not is beside the point. It's not really relevant. We have all the setup for the Soviet side almost ready. They just need kits, so they have guns and whatnot, and then don't need to use supplies to resupply themselves. But I have already set up their vehicles. So what have we got here? This little vehicle here, I believe to be, yes, it's a barrel transporter. But you shouldn't be able to see any barrels in the back. Why are they visible? That should be empty. I should not have any trioxin in here. I don't have any trioxin in here. Very disappointed, much sad, need fix. Okay. Anyway, ignore the trucks. They have no value anymore. Let's open the big door. Ah! There we go. I need to fix that area of effect. That's got to go away. That's the repair truck AOE. This is a armed truck. Do I actually want to give them this? Maybe. This is a command truck. I think it just extends your radio signal. I will need to check that. This is an engineering truck, which allows you to fix vehicles. And this is a ammo truck, which you can get bullets and the like from. Very exciting. I'm sure we'll all agree. Let's get out of here. I don't want to drive any of those right now. I'm going to run over here to the other Soviet vehicles that they have ready for their convoy. Toot toot, and so on. So, this is a tanker. Fuel, I'm not quite sure how big a role fuel is actually going to play in this scenario, but I've made provisions for it should it need to be carried with the convoy. They can probably refuel at both ends. This is just a regular Jeep. I say a Jeep. It's not. It's like a UAZ, the Soviet equivalent. And then what do we got over here? There should be in here, unless I am very much mistaken. Oh, I am very much mistaken. It's one of those UAZ things. Is there a proper truck over here? No. Okay, this is weird. All right, enough. I'm not fanning around on my legs anymore. What is this? The fucking Paleolithic? Let's burn some dinosaurs. Off we go. Do. Oh, yeah, driving around. Right, I need to find one of the trucks. That's something that I wish to illustrate. I mean, Oh, hello. I think there should be a truck in there, but parking my car over the doorway is probably going to be counterproductive. So let's just pull over here and brake on. Engine off. Where's the engine switch? There we go. And out we get. Just press X. There we go. Do. There we go. Okay, and then there should be in here a proper... Oh, it's full of barrels as well. These should be invisible. Ah, tits. Hello, opposable thumbs. Opposable tits. No, that's not what I'm not. That's not what I'm calling you. Just my imagination. Just going in very weird places. Where were we? Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I'm just demonstrating.
Holy shit, someone subscribe. That was quite a shock, much obliged. Merci, gracias, GG, obrigado, spasibo. Dziękuję, arigatou gozaimasu. Kamsahamnida.
Oh, that was exciting, wasn't it?
Slash key, wee. You can slash key. Welcome back, slash key.
In 1970 you would be a sharpened lock, open and still. But now you're a button on a keyboard, going click, click, click.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness, that went off on one, didn't it? Okay, so over here we have the trioxide. Ignore the picture. I was testing my ability to just stick images in place of existing textures, and obviously I can, because this game contains no native winged meat skull textures. Just to be open and clear. And yes, not that you need telling, these are AI generated quite clearly. Anyway, unlike the text on the front of here, which was handcrafted with a computer. So, you know, still digital, but hey, there you go. Welcome back, /key, by the way. Thanks for joining us. Lovely to have you here. Oh, and also, Opposable Thumbs, thanks for the sub. Much appreciated. Oh, very exciting. Anyway, obviously this needs a little bit of tweaking, because the barrels are appearing in the back before they've been loaded in, but, you know, you can load up the Soviet truck with 10 barrels of mysterious stuff, which of course you can see are all vanishing from over there. Are they? Yeah, they are. One over there, that one. Okay, so now we're full. And then this truck needs to be taken and protected in that taking. Can I get in? Thank you very much. To the airport on the north of the island, which of course is a quite pleasant 15-minute drive, provided no American special forces are attempting to acquire your cargo. Oh, problems, because of course, at the peak of the Cold War, in this fictional scenario, that is the case. And therefore, this poor little Soviet lad is not going to be having... Well, I mean, in this instance, he will, because there's nobody else on the server. Because it's not a server, I'm just demonstrating my mod. But still, you know, there should be hostiles out there. Hostiles, neutrals, and more hostiles? Yeah, I think that's the way it goes. It's very good. Anyway, you can see that I have set up the Soviet side. They can respawn at this end of the thing, or I tell you what, let's handbrake. There we go. We're stopping. Agitators. Ooh, technically a spoon is an agitator. Down with spoons. They're causing trouble. Let me quickly. Damn, my wordplay has completely derailed me. I've done it to myself. Here we go, let's go into Game Master mode. Here I am, the Scoundrel M, driving a truck. Oh, it's an Ural. Very exciting. Anyway, he needs to get up here. Like I say, about a 15-minute drive. However, on the way, there are checkpoints. Which will be manned by a local paramilitary militia. Exciting, I'm sure you'll agree. Button. We're off to Button Moon. Let's follow Mr. Spoon. Button Moon. Button Moon. Be back soon. Anyway, we come to the first checkpoint, and our Soviet truck driver doesn't have to stop. They are not beholden to by any means, and if they wish, they can just blast straight through and say, fuck you, FIA, not today, if they want to make it rhyme. I mean, I don't know if that would rhyme in Russian, but I'm sure you could force it. Anyway, they're going to come to the checkpoint, and they're going to want to stop, though, because if they do the interactions with the checkpoint crew, their cargo increases in value when they cash out at the other end. Or there is another variation that I haven't decided on the two. They don't get any points unless they've done all their checkpoint paperwork. No. Well, the idea is we want them to stop. Also, I am giving these guys who run the checkpoints. Let's talk about checkpoints. So the FIA run the checkpoints. There are 3 major checkpoints, and I may put on some smaller checkpoints on the map as well. They have to maintain a presence at all of the checkpoints, no matter what. So if someone comes to it, they have to be able to say yes or no to let them pass. Okay. The checkpoints all have a little store, which you can't... Can you see? Oh, here it is. Yeah, a little store of supplies, which they need for anybody to spawn here or to get any of the nice kit, or they'll have the opportunity to build a few bits and bobs. So they'll be able to add maybe some more Czech hedgehogs, some dragon's teeth, you know, that kind of small upgrades, just to keep them, you know, keen. Keep them keen, little treats every now and again. Anyway, what was I saying? So the truck, the Soviet truck comes here with its cargo on. They can interact with the checkpoint guards. Every single individual in the convoy can get their ID checked, and everybody who does gets a little point award, and all the FIA people get a little point award, and the truck gets either a multiplier to its score value, or it opens up the next stage to getting any points at all. So the checkpoint, it will either act as a multiplier for the Soviet cargo, or an absolute cutoff. If you don't have your paperwork, you don't get any points. So there. Anyway, that hasn't been decided. So at the checkpoint, they have their little stockpile of points, but that doesn't regenerate, and it should go quite quickly if people keep spawning off of it. So they actually also have, as the FIA faction, paramilitaries, they have the local military bases in their control. And at this specific military base, what have they got? Oh, this is the one with all the supplies. So all of their checkpoints need to be supplied from this stash of supplies. They've got no other source, unless they sort of pilfer them off of other factions. But, you know, technically this is where they're supposed to be getting their supplies. And they have to, in order to be able to spawn at the checkpoints, they can spawn here for free at any of these military bases, which there are several. So we've got a military base here where I am, and that one is the one with the resources. And there's one, this one has the trucks, and another one has something else. So the idea is, in order to get established, at the very least, the FIA have to do some driving around and getting everything set up, which gives the other factions a chance to sort of get their early established stuff. That the Soviets are getting their convoy ready, the Americans are getting their ambushes ready, so everything's coming together. Right, where was I? Military bases, they have the resources and the tools to move them around. You need to take them to the checkpoints. Let me find checkpoint A again, which is, there's checkpoint B, here's checkpoint A, F, M. Okay, so back at checkpoint A. So the Soviets, once they've come through here, they will head off to the airport, super fast, down here, and they'll dump off their cargo at these bits here. They do also, have I put it down yet? They are also going to have access to a helicopter. So they will be able to do reconnaissance and stuff. I don't know if I've put it in here yet, but obviously it's going to be up here in the airport. So the Soviets will have that one helicopter, but it won't be usable for cargo transportation. Okay, so we've spoken about the Soviets completed all of their stuff. We've talked about the FIA and how they deal with the Soviets. Let's talk about how the FIA deal with civilians, or do we just talk about civilians first? I'm going to talk about civilians first. So the civilian faction, as opposed to the other three, start at one of the three major towns: Montignac, Lamentin, and Morton down here. So we've got these three towns. Each town has a church, which has become involved in a dastardly smuggling cult. I'm gonna take the Jesus out and pop in some Cthulhu. I think there's lots of floor. Excuse me. There's lots of all this carry on, and I feel like the local cult should be a bit more esoteric Order of Dagon than vanilla Choir of Christ. I say, your mileage may vary on my vanilla claims. Anyway, where we go. So yeah, in there is going to be a little arsenal that can provide you with contraband. At the moment, the only contraband I have is explosives, C4 blocks, grenades, that kind of stuff. Mainly in order that there's a slight element of choice. So do you smuggle it or use it? Oh, excuse me. Oh, you can't hear the game, can you? That's better. Interesting. Oh. Hello? Okay. The game's not coming through there. Okay, let's deal with that another time. It's not vital that you hear the guy on the public address system. He's not saying anything. Well, I mean, he's not saying anything I can understand. So where was I? What was I discussing here? I was talking about the civilian church. Yes, there's contraband in the church, and they will want to be able to smuggle that to a smuggler's port, of which there are several, but smuggler port C is here. There we go. What a lovely little, excuse me. What a lovely little smuggling port. There we go. They could probably smuggle icons, relics, and gold in broad daylight with no one batting an eyelid. Probably, yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking is I want to play around with the different contraband types, because what I've set contraband up as is just a thing that you can add as a tag to an inventory item. So any individual object can be flagged as contraband. Well, actually, that's not true. It is intrinsic to the type of object that it is that makes it contraband. So anyway, enough. I'm getting off the track. So you can have multiple types anyway. So each of these smugglers' ports, like the checkpoints, they're going to have a little stash of supplies that doesn't regenerate and starts empty. And they're going to, if they want, they can spawn here, spending those supplies, and maybe spend it on some like equipment and whatnot. Because once they've stashed the contraband in the little bin, it just stays there and doesn't actually get them any points until the end of the round. So they have to actually protect their contraband. Now, the reason I have several different types of contraband is that I wanted to make the score relative to how far, or two factors. One, how far you've transported it, and two, how many checkpoints you've gone through. So like the Soviets going through the checkpoints and getting either a multiplier or any score at all, for the civilians, smuggling the contraband through the checkpoints actually adds a multiplier value to it. So it will be worth more when cashed in at the end of the scenario, but you'll get some points for smuggling it through, but there are various ways that the FIA can discover stuff. So, as you can see, or hopefully you can see, the checkpoints are kind of intended to be the sort of focal points of a lot of the play. Although that said, I am hoping that people will be able to utilize the entire map. I mean, that's the reason we've got helicopters involved, because without them, finding people on the map would be utterly impossible. It would be ridiculous. What I do want, though, is I want the Soviets to use their torches at night. That would be cool. It's the idea of like hunting. Like, the torches in this game look so fucking good, but if you try and use them in the multiplayer game normally, everyone's like, "Turn your torch off! Turn your torch off! We're gonna get shot!" And that's no fun. It's not spooky. Running through the woods with a torch is spooky. Running through the woods with loads of people going, "Don't, turn it off, turn it off." That's not spooky at all. There's spookology involved. I am kind of keen, in a way, to have a little side project that I'm working on with this. I want an idea to set up like a Call of Cthulhu scenario that takes place on the island and people play out using the medium of the game as the sort of interface with the world, but have it be a proper RP scenario with like, all the villagers and stuff. Like, how many fucking characters you could have in this island? There's so many houses. Fucking hell. Oh. Didn't know there was a derelict house here. Oh. Kaboom. Or kaput. Okay, where was I? I was talking about civilians. Civilians. What do they do? Well, they want to come through these checkpoints in order that they can get their cargo to be worth more. And so when they get here, yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of the old cosmic horror. Cosmic horror and that. Where was I? Checkpoints. They come to the checkpoint, and they'll be asked to stop. When they come into the checkpoint, they can either be waved through, which is fine if they have no contraband, nobody gets any points. Well, whatever. It needs to be a little bit ironed out here. There's some vagueness in the rules system, but I'm giving you the sort of overview. So they come in here and they can either be waved through or asked for a search, at which point they need to get their vehicle up on these blocks, and a load of people can stand inside this trigger, which should not be visible to the player. Oh, and here he is. It's me. Look, here I am. With the engine still running, I'm going to be out of fuel in a second. I'm not facing the right way. Still, whatever. Bit visible? Can't see. I've got to get out. There we go. I'm getting out. No, it's not visible. It stops the engine automatically. Oh, it doesn't. That's weird. That sounded like it turned it off. Turned it? Turned. Okay, anyway, where was I? So yeah, you need to get your truck up on there, and then the FIA can stand around it. There's a little equation that takes place based on whether your contraband is hidden, how much of it you're carrying, how much other cargo you've got, how many people are involved, blah, blah, blah. But it will either say to the person checking the vehicle, "Yes, I found contraband," or "No, nothing on here," at which point they have a choice. They can either let the person go, and if they've got contraband and it wasn't discovered, they get loads of points. And if they think there's contraband in there, they can push it and go for a second search. And if the second search fails to find contraband, the person searching will be heavily penalised. Did that make sense? Or have I missed a big chunk of that out? Because I'm not sure I fully explained that. Or adequately. But anyway, that's the idea of what's going on there. And then once they've gone out again, they're all sorted. So, if they want, there's levels of scoring for the civilians. There is just passing through the checkpoint with contraband on board. That gets points. If they pass through and get searched, if they get through then without getting the contraband found, that's more points. If they get double searched and they don't find the contraband, that's even more points for the civilians. And the inverse is true for the FIA. So they risk losing points based on how far they push it. So it's kind of like a little brinksmanship game. Now, these interactions, these FIA civilian interactions, are worth more points to the FIA than the Soviet interactions. So if the Soviet convoy is coming up and they see civilians coming, will be like, "Oh, hold on a minute, let's do this one first." And so there's a little conflict there. The idea is that we get these little stop choke points where everything sort of comes to a head and everyone has to sort of filter through, which give the US team like a chance to either take advantage of the checkpoints themselves or set something else up further along the road while everything else is being taken up at the checkpoints. So there's that. Speaking of the USA, bear with me one moment. I just need to get out of here because don't need that truck idling right there. So there are two main threads to the USA part of this. Now, the intention is that the Americans will be the smallest force on this in this scenario. However, they'll also have access to sort of whatever equipment they want, like just extravagant, take 2 rocket launchers, fuck it, whatever. That kind of attitude. They've got 2 helicopters at each staging point, but they are limited in the fact that they have to spawn as an entire squad. Now, I haven't actually done the back-end logic on this, so I can't show you any of that. However, I can show you... actually, what I should probably do is play from camera position. Sorry, that's the sound of my washing machine finishing. Oh, legs shattered, knees in bum cheeks. There we go. Okay, he's alive. Let's go here, and then we can go over here to these islands. So the staging points for the Americans are on these little islands in the top right and bottom left corner of the map. Each island will allow you to spawn as a complete squad. There's as many points of supplies as you want here. I can just top that off if it needs more. There's loads of arsenals. You can get whatever kit you want. There's an option of 2 helicopters, armed or unarmed, which respawn pretty much as soon as the other one's destroyed. But again, like I say, you can only spawn as a group. So what does poor old Sadsack do, who gets shot first on his own while everyone else is still alive? Well, they will have the option to spawn as a CIA agent. Ooh, how exciting. Oh my goodness. Let's give it a second to get itself back into the right frame of mind, and I will find a CIA spawn. Where are we? Military base A? No, it's not in the military bases. It's in the US bases, CIA bases. Ah, damn it, there's nothing there. Spawn points, that's it. Here we go, US spawn points. So, peppered across the map, I have a number of spawn points that are in civilian buildings, and near them, they're going to have a radio that will form part of an incomplete radio coverage system for the Americans. They'll be provided with a build tool. In fact, what I should probably do is go through the process, actually show you what a CIA person does. So in between spawning in the wave with your soldiers, you can spawn as one of these. And the idea is you'll be on your own, moving around the map, trying to gain intelligence and setting up small infrastructure. If I just quickly take a second and sit on this egg, let it hatch. Whoop. There we go. And then we click US Army, click there, continue, and then we switch to my excellent CIA kit. Look at that. So American. And we will spawn at CIA Levy. Okay, I got rid of the car. That's good. So the CIA person, when they spawn, we'll be spawning at a CIA checkpoint, which can be destroyed by the Soviets, so you don't want them discovered. They will have this build tool, which allows them to choose... Oh, you can pick it up again. Sorry, got to fix that. I've got to pick it up as the second thing in the queue. Oh, you absolute fart huffer. Okay. Looking at it. Request vehicle. There we go. Boom. It's got some supplies in it, and it's set to delete as soon as they're spent. So you can pick either a CIA mine car, which comes with 10 American and 10 Soviet mines. the CIA sniper car, which I think is pretty self-explanatory, and the CIA build car, which we'll look at now because it's the only one that really needs any further. Look, see, the build thing disappears. It's not in my inventory anymore. Ah, amazing. So in here, we've got this, another build tool, which can be used for slightly different gubbins. I can change this stuff on the corkboard. So I've set this up so that you can build one thing for each time you spawn. So whatever it is, it costs exactly how much is in the thing, and it causes it to be deleted when you spend it. So, you know, if you don't use it, you lose it. But you could build a bunker or any of these defensive fortifications, which honestly, I would say would not be a priority. A couple of dragon's teeth for 350 is quite expensive, because on the second tab, you've got things like the radio relay station and the light and heavy vehicle, the machine gun nests. So there's an order of a hierarchy of quality for most of these, I would say, and probably fortifications, not really the things to be putting there. Not early doors anyway. The bunker's kind of cool. Oh, can't even build it. There we go. There's the bunker, and then of course you would. Oh, I haven't given them the building tool. Actually, that's a good point. I was going to put a load of equipment on the CIA character, so they had radio, all that kind of stuff. However, radios falling into the hands of the Soviets would be a problem, making it very easy to sort of penetrate what they're doing. So what I'm going to do is have instead an arsenal that contains sort of the sensitive stuff. So your radio, your handgun, you know, the stuff that would obviously mark you out as a CIA agent. And then there's also a civilian thing, so you can play dress up. Take this gear off, put on a civilian outfit, and then you should be able to blend in with the civilians on the map. That is the theory. Well, there you go. Did that make sense? Did I make sense? I hope so. I hope so. Because I've spent a lot of fucking time on this. Oh my god, so much time. So these are my CIA spawns. There's several of those on the map. They can be destroyed. They've got a radio, etc. They're kind of like the linchpin of any American coordination, because without them between like combat spawns, the Americans aren't going to have access to vehicles on the map. They aren't going to have access to any kind of fortifications or that kind of stuff. So they're kind of, you get your first initial setup and that's it. But with the CIA stuff, there's like extra staging spaces and options to get hold of vehicles. At some point I'm going to have to add for them to have a vehicle that can carry the barrels as well as the Soviets, so they don't actually have to steal the barrels. And also those CIA places, if the Americans stash barrels there, they're worth more than if they just stop them getting to the airport. You get a score for stopping them getting to the airport. You get even more if they're stashed correctly. Following appropriate PPE procedures. Okay, so there you go. That is my mod as currently standing. There's a lot of missing bits in it. I've been using ChatGPT to do some of the coding, and it's pretty shocking how much progress I've been able to make. Like going from my previous state, which is very rudimentary coding knowledge, like just about understanding classes and inheritance and stuff like that. It's like really unblocked my difficulties. So like, for example, let's take a quick look. Where are the doodahs and the ding-dangs? Here we go, my scenario notes. So that opens up the editor, but we can see that I've been... Oh, none of this is stuff that I've made. Okay, let's close all these. Look at something I've done. So it's a little less... a little bit more impressive, rather. Not less impressive. I don't want to make it less impressive. That's a bad idea. People won't want to play an unimpressive... Oh, shit, I accidentally shut the thing. Idiot. Okay, let me just reopen that. There we go. That's better. And then if I look in here and search for mod underscore, we'll find all of my lovely scripts that I've made with help from Chad Jupiter. Gupt, if you will. Call me Gupt. MOD underscore. Here we go. So I've made loads of these little extra classes and whatnot. Content browser editor. Where are we looking? Contraband check, user action. So when someone does a vehicle search, it goes through all this code, which is, I would say, 80-ish% complete. What I've managed to do is I've got all of the stuff sort of happens, but isn't linked up at the ends, if you see what I mean. So I've got all of the logic in place. I just need to now have that logic talk to the other bit, change stuff, which I suppose does in a way describe all programming completely. Okay. Anyway, enough of this. Let's not look at this for now, because I feel like I've probably described this current situation, and should either begin to make more progress or switch to a game. What can I do here that isn't tedious beyond tedious? What was my notes? Let's have a look at the notes. That will tell me what I was actually doing. CIA build tool. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Working on this. Turning into inventory item. I've done that. I can delete that now. I don't need to. That's been done. It is an inventory item. It's very exciting. Oh, a message. My phone just did a buzz. Bear with me 1 second. I'll see what that is. Who's messaging me? Who's sending me these messages? Oh, there's people asking if I'm doing D&D on the 22nd. Oh. Hello, Manaway. How you doing? Oh, God, that was a bit much, wasn't it? Oh, I've got to put the lyrics into the bot. I haven't done it yet. It just says Manaway song lyrics here. Excellent. I'm doing very well. Obviously. High quality stream. Top tier. S rank. Yes. Stands for shit. Where were we? Looking at the notes. What am I doing? So, on the table still to be done. The CIA Safe House Arsenal. That is currently on the go. But I don't think me trying to figure out how to lock the arsenals based on loadout is going to be much interest. The CIA build tool is complete. Removed from the list. There we go. The US respawn system, not yet. The civilian kingpin system, well, that kind of hinges on the scoring system, so can't do that yet. The wanted system is like 75% done. Supplies, that's what I have been working on a bit. So that does involve updating the trioxin barrels. I should fix that. Because I literally, the first thing I did when I spawned in as a Soviet was go, the barrels don't work. Bollocks. Which is, of course, terrible, terrible news. So in that case, let's think about supplies a little bit more in the scenario. So the checkpoints, of course, they are places where people are going to spend supplies spawning. So they're all going to require checkpoint storage. Now, what I've done is I've made it so the checkpoints can hold about 800 supplies. A truck can carry about 1,500. So just under 2 checkpoints worth of supplies. And there's tons of supplies at the main military base. So the FIA will have to spend some time distributing supplies. part of me wants them to be able to commission civilians to do that, because that gives a layer of like cover for civilian smuggling stuff that's a little bit more, substantial than just, oh, I'm coming through your checkpoint. Wonder if I've got any explosives. That's, cool, but I don't know. It kind of breaks the, what's the word? Kayfabe. I suppose kayfabe is the word. So yes, supplies. So the FIA have this situation where they've got a supply stash that needs to be distributed. Great. Now, the civilians have similar. However, they, I think, will need to scavenge equipment off of other factions. So when they find downed soldiers, they want to grab all their gear, take it back to their local church, of course, and then donate it for supplies and points, which can then be taken off to the smugglers' port. Like, is this a smuggler's port? No, Kamarak is not a smuggler's port. It's far too lovely. What have we got over here? Is this one? That's not one. Nope. Come on. Where is it? Ah, I suspect this is a smuggler's port. There we go. Smuggler port C, indeed. Okay, so, they're going to need a stash here, which I don't think necessarily needs to be a specifically civilian one. I think this one that I've made here, this empty one, is perfectly good. But where to stash? Where does one stash one's supplies when smuggling? Let me just slow the camera down a touch. Okay, so, right, they're not interested. That's because it kind of needs to be somewhere where they can, oh my God, in the fucking shed. Put the supplies in the shed. I don't think they'll fit, actually. And I think I've already placed the smuggler's bin in there. I have. Okay. Let's not have the supplies in there as well. So where do I put the supplies? Interesting. Maybe up here, and then the spawn point can be up here, which is a little bit out of the way. Let's pop it down and see what it looks like. Oh, it's way smaller than I thought. Okay. Oh, that might actually fit in the shed then. Let's give it a crackle. Up. Settle down. Slower. Slower. Right, there we go. Let's pop down. It does fit, doesn't it? Oh, actually, it's peaking. It's doing a little peeky peek. Okay, though. Could be worse. I've seen worse peaking. Oh, spinning camera view. Very, very, very effective. Okay, forward just a smidge. I think we just have to accept that pole's going to clip. Actually, no, look, it's ridiculous. They're supposed to be putting stuff in that smuggler's bin. This is absurd. You can't stash your supplies in a place that's already being used. What happened there? Oh dear, my monitor went black for a second. That's not good. Uh-oh. Okay, so where were we? Thinking about where to put the supplies. I mean, I could just tuck them down here, out of sight of the road, but that doesn't feel very sly at all. Feels blatant, flagrant. Oh, look, there's a pillbox over here. One of their little bunkers. Interesting. I mean, really only of any use if people are attacking by boat, but hey-ho. The Americans are, but not the civilians, which is a shame. Well, no, not I'm calling for Americans to attack civilians. Oh, my God. Oh, Christ, no. Okay, so the stash has to be somewhere at least a little bit out of sight. Perhaps behind these bushes? Is that just... might be the way. I am, after all, quite high up here. Do that. Snap to the ground. So this plank is annoying for sure, but doesn't look too bad. Now, what if we come in from the road, driving along? I'm an FIA inspector, coming to look for contraband. What can I see as I drive down here? The highlighted outline. Okay, there we go. Brum brum, I'm in a car. Brum brum, I'm an inspector. Brum brum, I've come to inspect. Brum brum, brum 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 brum. Looking directly at the contraband stash. Just about see it as you drive past. Okay, that's a little bit more obvious. And again, coming up this way would be an unusual way to approach. Well, I'm not super happy with the placement. However, there needs to be something here. So we'll put it in and we'll see how it goes. So smuggler base, smuggler ports. Which smuggler port? Kernovan, Lanka, Lebosc, Pirelli. This is Lebosc, I believe. No, that's Regina. It is Lebosc. There's Lebosc in tiny text floating right there. Oh, I've gone past it. There it is. Doesn't matter how close you are. It's the same size. Excellent. Okay, where was I? Looking to put this on the correct layer. So Lebosc smuggler port. Got the smuggler's bin. Got the map marker. We've got the area. Okay, whatever. And then, of course, we want to put this on there too. So click on that. Selected. There it is. And Lebosc smuggler port. There we go. Minimize that. There's a lot of stuff in base A supplies I noticed there. That seems wrong. There we go. That's good. Done Lebosc. Let me have a look at base A supplies. I haven't put all of that on there, have I? Oh, please, no. FIA bases. Military bases. Military base A. Supplies. Oh, no, of course, military base A should have tons of supplies because that's where all the FIA supplies are kept. And if they don't have those, then there won't be any. Counterproductive. So where am I going for my other smuggler ports? FIA bases. No, not FIA. Smuggler bases. There we go. Smuggler ports. Kernovan. Got Kernovan. Slightly easier to hide stuff here. There's a few buildings. I am going to pop. Where do I stash the goodies? So the thing is, they need to be able to actually get a truck to it as well. I can't just pop it off somewhere and forget about it. They've actually got to be able to drop it off. Down on here on the beach might be the way to go because they're dropping off all of their contraband in here, or is it here? It's not in there. Must be over here somewhere. Well, I thought it was in here, but maybe not. But that's a nice big spot. I could... Decisions. Actually, just... There should be good for now. Oh, shit. Undo that. Undo. There we go. And then we go on the right layer. And then if we just drop it there, it just goes into the correct place. Easy peasy. Okay, turn it around. Bright eyes. And there we go. That will do for now. It needs placing more gracefully. Placefully. Let's go to Lanka. Lanka. Go. Where do we put our stash here? Actually, just... Yeah? Yeah, that'll do. In the shadow of the house. You have to come all the way down to find it. It'll be fine. It'll be good. Don't worry about it. Cease your panicking. Yeah, should be good enough. Ooh, activity in chat. Chativity. It's people saying hello to each other. Good. Okay, so oh look, there's the civilian spawn point. They're purple, you know. Okay, so we've got that there. Let's save again, and there should be one more. Pirelli.
Pirelli.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Where do we stash stuff here? This is actually a pretty removed, isolated little area. Unless I'm thinking about a different place. No, this is quite... Oh, got a little smuggler's jetty. The thing that you go out into the water on. Not a dance move, which I don't even think is pronounced that way. This little orchard planting on the hillside here. Actually, just over here, maybe you can get a truck up here, right? Question mark? Ooh, very well hidden, but perhaps awkward to access. I mean, to be honest, this is out in the middle of nowhere. To actually find this, they have to be getting pretty speculative. Then again, I suppose that's only the case if we play the scenario once. Any more than once, and it gets a little bit different. Everyone starts to have the curse of knowledge, knowing what's going on. You don't want that. You don't want everybody knowing where everything is. Oh my god. What am I, an architect? No. Okay, that's no good. Can't put that there because there's stuff floating. I suppose just there can go. Not too bad, he says. Barbed wire with some levitating bushes. That's correct. Forbidden knowledge. Oh my goodness. Internet blippage. No, don't blip my net. Actually, there. That's good. That blends in as well. It's kind of inconspicuous. I was going to say innocuous, but that is not a phrase that I think describes a military cache. Definitely the antithesis of innocuity. Innocuity? I don't think that's the word. I don't think that's a word. Don't rush into your workplace clutching that word and start waving it around, expecting people to be on board for it. I feel like that's going to raise some eyebrows, cross some arms. Innocuity? What? I don't even know what the word was. Okay, so we've now got a stash for supplies at every single smuggler's port. Exciting stuff. I'm sure you'll all agree. I imagine there is a almost universal tumescence amongst the audience. I certainly feel inflated, but that could just be my dinner. So we've put the empty supplies there. I need to think more about the civilian spawns and the various things that get done there. Let's go to Morton. Wow! Slow down, slow down. Camera. Better? Oh, look, it's one of my... Oh, there we go. One of my little additional graffitis. I quite like it. I'm not sure it's a permanent fixture, but I like the idea of the cult being a Lovecrafty worshipy types. A very striking church with its black spire. I'm definitely going to want to put some fun stuff in place of all the Jesus. I mean, I can't do much about this But the pictures, oh my god, they can just be swapped out easy peasy. Nothing nefarious at all, apart from where I'm going to be hiding all my contraband. See, I'm not sure how much of a faff I want to make it. Do I want to be an arsehole and put the contraband up here? So every time somebody wants to fill a truck with contraband, bearing in mind that at the current settings, which is just vanilla settings, if you're using a truck like the Ural truck and you aren't concerned about concealing your contraband, that has a capacity of 1,000,000 square centimeters, and the largest of the contraband Semtex blocks is 20 by 20 by 20. About, well, not even, actually, that doesn't even matter. It has a straight up value of 200. So as you can imagine, that's about 5,000 blocks. And our person with a backpack can carry a few, maybe a few hundred. But that's going to be a lot of trips up and down the stairs if I put the contraband up here. Oh, it's the contraband box. I already did it. I didn't realize. Oh, so the people of Morton are forced to engage with ladders in order to acquire their contraband, which they then need to load into various... Well, they don't need to, because the people of Morton could literally just schlep it over there to the smuggler's port we were just at. In fact, they could swim across the Karamak Bay. The Karamak Bay? Sorry, Kamurak. Karamak is a chocolate bar. Not a chocolate bar, it's a caramel bar. So they could just go there, very low risk, relatively low scoring, and just keep going backwards and forwards to see if they can get a score. But obviously they don't get as much if they don't take it through the checkpoints first. I used to love Karamaks when I was a kid, but I definitely had too many one time, and now I can't even look a Karamak in the eye. But of course, if your Karamak has eyes, then something's gone horribly. Brown Karamak eyes, teardrops are falling from your Karamak eyes. Don't. I used to measure how bad a day I was having at uni by the number of Karamaks I'd scoffed. Oh god, yeah. I remember when I was on a holiday when I was about 11, I think, and it was one of those ones where it's the first time you go away without your parents. They can like send you off on like a residential holiday thing. It's like fun boarding school, just like a week, and that's it. And I remember they had like a tuck shop there where I spent all of my spending money on Karamaks. They also had a gauntlet machine, which tells you how long ago that was. 4-player gauntlet machine. Red Elf shot the food. Oh, no, Red Elf. No, please, stop it. Why you do this? Where was I? Talking about the smuggling cult that has taken over this church. Oh, they've got a big old organ. Is it playable? Can one tickle these ivories? Let's find out. Let's get in there. It was, although it was at the point that they had a gauntlet machine. I feel like everyone would have been wanting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade machine. Oh, you can play. Well, I feel like I could replace that. Wow, I can't wait for this to get used. Oh, a bit of Philip Glass, is it? No. Oh! It's the theme tune to the game. Well, I can definitely replace these. Well, there you go. The sound of gunfire and organs. The most beautiful combination. Oh. Well, I tell you what, well, before we get a little bit too excited about the concept of AI organ music, let's just shatter this guy's legs. Ah, there we go. Come out here. Because church ain't the only place there's music. In fact, as far as I'm aware, the devil's supposed to have the best stuff. Speaking of which, where is a radio? One of the things I am very keen to do is come on. Composition, not vehicles. I don't want vehicles. I want something that I can have a bit of fun with. Command post? No, I think it's the living quarters that's going to be the one that will have what I'm looking for. There we go. Just put the gun on. Oh. It's all cigarettes and filing cabinets. Oh my goodness. Is this what military life is? Cigarettes and filing cabinets? Oh, here we go. It's a radio. Now here's an opportunity to use some fun AI music. Now imagine that was replaced with, I don't know, how about, let's go with...
Hello, stranger, I'm begging. Put your finger in my Elden ring. The scoundrel M is streaming live on Twitch for your second screen. If you're looking for something to watch with your...
Once upon a time, I saw a man snort a line. In fact, it was two at a time, followed by liquor, salt, and lime. First he seemed fine. Then he started putting ice cubes up his bum, double-barreled, Mahaha sword and wing.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I had to do it. It was an opportunity that I could not turn up. Okay. And then he started putting ice cubes up his bum. Right, yeah, so there you go. There's the radio. There's an opportunity here for me to do full radio stations. You can tie what comes onto the radio to all sorts of events in the game. I'm going to make sure there's a weather forecast because, of course, there's going to be weather. I can put loads of music in there, news stories, etc. Should be fun, although I'm intending the scenario to be 3 hours long. So even if it's just one radio station, that's a lot of fucking about. It's a lot of fucking around. But, you know, Woz will probably get some music for me. It'll be good. Something for people to listen to on the checkpoints. And also there'll be graffiti as well. Graffito. So what else do I need to demonstrate? I feel like there was something... Oh, the radio. I showed the radio. What was I talking about with the... So they also need... They're going to need a box to cash out their stolen gear with. They're going to need vehicles Oh, that's something else as well. I want them to be able to cash out stolen military vehicles. So if they make it to the military base or anything and, you know, steal the supplies, they can just drive that to where they want to cash it out and then bring the truck back and sell it. Ah, yeah. I want to get this I want to get this finished. I have to say. It's the end is in sight. I can see the shape of the thing. It's just actually getting down and finishing the project. Although I also now want to work on the setting a Call of Cthulhu scenario on this island. That would be pretty cool. I feel like it's got a lot of ambiance. Oh, the weather system. That was it. I was going to change the weather. We can do time of day. Because, of course, I want this scenario to take place over a 24-hour window. So let's go find the checkpoint. There you go. Wait, that's not checkpoint. That's Lemoule. Where's the checkpoint? To the left of Lemoule? No. Up. Huh. Lamentan, Villeneuve, Newwood, Calvary Hill. Yeah. That's the sawmill. So where the hell is checkpoint 1? Oh, of course. Oh, that was Morton. There's checkpoint 1. You can see it lit up like a fucking Christmas tree. Here we go. Checkpoint A. Of course, the first time anyone comes to it, it's going to be at night. So it's going to look pretty fucking cool with all these fancy pants lights everywhere, I think. And then, of course, over the course of a day, you get a lovely little dawn. All the way through to evening time. Ah, there we go. Where the scenario will finish at midnight, once again in the dark. Because if you've got like nighttime stuff that looks this good, you've got to put it in. You've got to use it. Like when people are running around with the torches, it looks incredible. Let's also change the weather, shall we? Where's my weather? The simulation. Enable preset. Here we go. Master cycle. Variant clear. Oh, here we go. State clear. Cloudy. Now, I actually think cloudy is the best because it just brings the landscape alive a bit. Seeing the shadow of the curtains, shadow of the clouds passing over it and stuff. It feels nice. It's good. I like it. But there's also where did I do that? Cloudy. There's overcast. Also pretty cool looking. I'm going to have the varied weather over the course of it, I think. Maybe some rain in the middle of the day. Let's see what the rain looks like. Yeah, that's pretty snazzy. Although, weirdly, nothing's getting wet. What's going on there? Why wet? Right, let's... Ooh. Come in here and see if it sounds right. I feel like this bunker might have been a bit overkill. It was kind of, I thought, yeah, let's give them a thing they can put their gun out of, and yeah, they can shoot people as they come down. But obviously, I mean, it's a little bit much, isn't it? Huge concrete bunker. Wait a minute, I said rain, damn it, rain! There we go. Lovely. Oh, wind speed. Let's not automate the wind. 0.4 meters a second. East. Let's have a southeasterly wind. And we'll make it 15 meters per second. How does that look? Oh, the rain goes horizontal. Oh, I like it. Yeah, now the ground goes wet. It's weird how the raindrops don't hit nearby, though. Oh no, that is a continuous distance threshold. Whatever. Yeah, looking pretty fancy. Sorry, I got distracted. Distracted by weather. So what I'm thinking is I want all the weather variations over the course of the game. And if everything's being crammed into 3 hours, which is the sort of nominal playtime of the scenario, we're looking at, let me look at the times of day. You can independently change the speeds of night and day. So you can have like the nighttime go multiple times faster than the day. But if we go to 0.25 of the way through the day, you get to about here. Okay. So that is, oh, actually, I want to go to a third of the way through, don't I? So about an hour in, we've got to sort of early morning. 7:12 in the morning. Then halfway through, an hour and a half is midday, obviously. And then 3/4 of the way through, 0.75 is 6 p.m. Getting dark. You know, I don't think it's going to be dark for too long. Most of it's going to be in daylight, right? Oh, actually, the date makes a big difference. This is currently going to be August the 8th, 1988. What happens if we change the month? That's going to mean 6 p.m. is going to be significantly darker if we go this way. Okay, so I can actually change the date. Now, what I did want was to make this be on the same day as the Return of the Living Dead movie, or at least the day after. And in theory, the things in the barrels are like the zombies. You see what I mean? You see how it works, but that wasn't supposed to be a sort of like an outspoken element. Interesting. What date should I put it on? I'll do it on my birthday. Shall I do it on my actual birthday? Let's have, so that'd be 1980. On the 7th of, oh, no, that's American dates. So the 7th of the 10th. So at 6 p.m. on the island of Everon on my birthday, what time was I born? I think it was 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Let's go p.m. 2300 hours. There we go. So that's what it would have looked like on the island of Everon the moment I was born. This is my drop time. I spawned in right now. I don't know why I thought that was relevant to do. I just did it. Use daylight savings? Oh my God. Come on. That's not relevant. No one's actually going to care. Oh, update frequency. I can change how fast. Oh, I see. I get you. Just change the length of a day. It all makes sense. Oh, okay. You do fog. Fog amount. It's not showing. All right, never mind. Never mind. We'll come back to that another time. So, yeah, I think that really covers where I am at the moment with the mod. I do need to work on the radio system. I've set these towers up. They provide coverage for the FIA and the Soviets, and it covers almost all the map. And for them, I am going to provide like sort of saturation radio coverage, whereas the Americans are going to have to fill gaps in their transmission. So it shouldn't be possible for the one spawning over there talk to the one spawning over there. That shouldn't happen unless they've built themselves a radio network that allows them to coordinate. I mean, of course, they could all just spawn on the same side. They don't have to use both spawn points. But, you know, that limits the number of helicopters available. Oh, and that's kind of one of their main advantages, the fact that they've got lots of helicopter availability. Although that said, the second they are using a helicopter, I'm going to be a dick and make them use like proper two-man crews. So it has to be a pilot and a co-pilot. So for every helicopter, you're taking 2 people out of your total of soldiers available. And I was going to give them just 20 people in total. So that's 2 squads of 10. Or 1 squad of 10, 2 helicopters, and a squad of 6. Or, you could split that up in different ways, but, that was the kind of thinking. And then there should be about 3 times as many Soviets as there are Americans. But again, I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm wondering how to actually approach it. I mean, maybe it doesn't need to be that lopsided, to be honest. You could have closer to equal numbers on each side, I think, for the convoy part. I should test the convoy part separately from the rest of the mechanics, I think, because they can be made in isolation and then closer to completion, I think. Much, much closer to completion. Ah, dear. It won't be long now, and I'll be back on Dwarf Fortress again. I mean, not today, but stream-wise, I think. Once I've got this completed, I'll be returning to my roots. Getting back on with it. What's going on in this military base? Is there actually anything here? Oh, yeah, this is the one with all the stuff. Of course. Of course. Well, I think I've run out of stuff to cover here, to be honest. What's the time? 2 p.m. About an hour left of potential stream time. What should we do? Should I... How long have I been working on this mod? I'll just show you what I showed everybody this morning, or I showed Rando. So here's the Arma Reforger, the game. I have clocked 188.7 hours. These are the tools. I have clocked 1,004 hours. So, yeah, quite a lot. Quite a lot. I've got a bit obsessed. Just a touch. Well, I don't know. I've never seen anybody attempt, because I was thinking about like all the old LARP days when I was a kid. I did a lot of live action stuff, and you get these big events, loads of people, and it'd be relatively easily coordinated. And I keep seeing games which provide you with like the rules framework in which you can do exactly the same shit, but you don't see these sort of game scenarios set up for large groups. I just thought it would be nice to try, get a game mode where you've got something for the people who want to do a bit of RP, you've got something for the people who just want to shoot stuff, and you've got something for the people who want to be sweaty about it. The US people can be all sweaty and special forces, the Soviets can run around just shooting people, and then there's a little bit of extra new mechanics tried out on the Soviet FIA, or not Soviet, the civilian FIA front. That's the hope. I suspect the reality will be closer to an empty server that peaks at around 20 people playing. But don't try, you don't get anywhere. That's the key. That's the key. Because I've seen there are plenty of good YouTube channels for this game, and even the best ones struggle to fill a server, I think, which is a shame. But there you go. I would quite like to be able to do a variation of this game, which is based on... Does anybody remember the old TV series where they basically played Rome Total War or something like that, and like it was just a group of ordinary people like giving the orders as if they were the generals, and it was being controlled by probably staff from Creative Assembly. I thought that could be interesting. You could do like a war room, and like players who aren't actually touching the game can get live feeds from helmet cams from the soldiers in the game. They can get like tactical overlays and stuff like that, and they're the ones. So you could do a mode of this where like a room of a few people, 3 or 4, maybe 5, and they're discussing what they want to do, and they're issuing all the orders and doing all the command role stuff. I think it could be fun. And it might be an interesting video as well. You could make it into a fun thing. Get them to dress up in little costumes, whatever. I mean, not like military costumes, not clowns. But you know what I mean? Like Warhammer type hats and that. Warhammer hats! I'm quite excited about that Astartes 2. That looks good. I'm not really a super Warhammer guy, but you know what? That Astartes 1 was really good. And if the second one's got more of a budget, then please let me see it. I'm losing steam here. I don't know what to say about my mod, and I can't. I'm loath to actually start working on it properly, because that involves like me bringing up a big wall of text and going silent for about an hour at a time. Which I'm sure Kel will tell you is a lot less exciting than it sounds, and it doesn't sound that exciting. So maybe I need to look for something to finish off with, a little finisher, a little capstone for the stream. Maybe a game. I could actually try playing Arma Reforger. I haven't actually done that. Should I give it a go? Just to find out if I actually like the game? Play some multiplayer? Maybe. This is the majority of the time I spend not streaming. It's just deciding what games to play, what to do, scratching my head. I am a quite dreadful decision maker. What was I doing? Desperately trying to recall something that I could tell you about this scenario that I haven't already laid out. No, I think we're done with this for now. So if you bear with me, let me just save what I have got, because I did do some stuff there. Oh, there we go. My desktop. Do you like my background? Just a blank black screen. It's very good. There we go. Let's quickly go to the intro, because then at least you've got something to look at, rather than waiting for me to figure out what I'm going to load up. And then I can open up my Steam window and say, what have we got here? What have we got here that's going to be good for an hour? You know what I bought the other day? I bought Doom. And you know what I think about the game Doom? Too fast. Didn't enjoy it. Should have got a refund, but I bottled it. I thought, oh, maybe someone else, maybe one of the kids will want to play it. And then I now realise that was just madness. It's completely the wrong kind of game. Never mind. It was only £3. It was hardly breaking the bank. The Mad Max game? Plate Up? Oh no, I can't get too serious. What else have we got here? I mean, there is Dwarf Fortress. I could load up Dwarf Fortress, but I've only got an hour, so that feels like just madness. Fuck it. I'll load up Arma Reforger. We'll see how it goes. I'll just play it. I'll just play the game. Are you loading? There we go. Might need to turn my graphics settings down just a smidge, because I do have this set to 4K 60 frames a second, so it's a bit big. What do we got here? Let's see. Let's have a look. Conflict Everon. Oh, a lot of people playing Conflict. Ideally, we want a server that doesn't have a massive queue. So 22 deep is probably a bit much. This one's exactly full. In fact, let's take the full ones out. I only want high populations. OPEX France. What? All the ones with 100 players caps are full? So rude. It came out on PlayStation recently as well, because it's cross-platform, and it's basically the only game like this at all on any of the consoles. So, it's quite popular there, but I think a lot of the PC crowd are turning their nose up and going, no, I'll wait for Arma 4, thank you very much. What do you think I am, some kind of fucking peasant? Which is a shame, because you know what? I'm not opposed to a bit of crossplay. It's all good fun. Bit of a giggle, bit of a chuckle, if you see. Screaming Firehawks. Oh my goodness. Well, I can't just queue, can I? Let's sacrifice low ping. What about medium ping? I tell you what. Let's give crossplay Conflict Vanilla. Oh, it's 17 deep queue. No. Let's try this one. We're waiting in the server queue. Position in queue. 5. Oh, it's very exciting, isn't it? Shall we have a look at the field manual? Let's have a little peek. I'm only playing this now because I don't have to change my change my category on Twitch. Or do I? Am I set up with the right one? We are. Here we go. It's all good. Don't worry about it. No need to panic. Put your willy away, sir. So we've got the field manual, which tells us stuff about the game, presumably talk, radio, chat. Okay, it's a manual. I get you. Playing as a team, interactions. Still number 5 in the queue. It's a shame I can't browse while in the queue. That is a bit annoying. 50 seconds. This is an outrage. Oh, I'm furious. This is the main problem with the game at the moment, I think. There's a lot of queuing, which is weird because it's... time is it? 2:15. Oh, mind you, I suppose it's global, isn't it? I'm sitting here going, oh, why are people playing at this time of day when I'm playing? Foolishness. Foolish, foolish, foolishness. We're 4th in the queue. Here we go. Will we make it? Or will I sit here for an hour twiddling my thumbs? Widdly widdly. Are you getting any game sound here? Let me have a quick look-see here. Jeez, let's calm down. There's the game. You're getting a bit of it. I don't know if you can hear it very well, but it's definitely coming through. Not really. Okay. Let me mute my microphone for a second. That should be better. You should be able to hear something at this point. Yet again, I've done a whole stream where it's basically just me waffling on and all that people can hear is my voice. This is, well, maybe it's not suboptimal, but it feels like it is. Oh, that's totally cold. Oh my God. But I'm so thirsty. 3rd in the queue, here we go. We're getting there. We're almost in. Very exciting. I'm sure we'll all agree. Come on. Let's do this. Let's keep looking at the field menu then. Interactions. Well, that's only a page. Wow. Game Master mode. Conflict. That's the mode we're playing here. Commanding. Communicating. Damaging. Iteming. Moving. Navigating. Equipmenting. Lots of stuff. Still 3rd in the queue. Come on. Give me a break. Let me in. I only want to stream your game, sir. Oh, somebody got out of the way. Oh, how generous of them. Either somebody left the server or somebody got out of the queue. Either way, we're only 2 people away. Maybe a strategic guff in the queue will clear it out. Then again, those kind of gambits tend not to work near the head of the snake. You need to be letting rip near the tail for it to have any real impact. You're not dissuading someone who's invested time in a queue with the mere odours. It's not happening. Dirt in the queue. Hopefully not. Ideally, you want to remain purely gaseous, but, you know, sometimes those choices are taken away from us. Fart nuggets, nobody wants to experience you. That's obviously an improvised song. Just to be clear, I'm not breaking anyone's copyright there. Unless I am, in which case I'm doing it by accident. I didn't mean to plagiarize your song. I am so sorry. Or also indifferent. Come on. Come on, game. We're in position 1 now. We are awaiting to dive in. We are braced for entrance. Oh, we're in. Oh, the excitement. The tension mounts. On with the body count. As the great Freezy T once said. Just ignore that. Strike that from the record. Here we go, we're in. So there are 57 Soviets and 50 US. I think that makes it pretty clear which team we should join. Okay, and we need to join a squad. God, so many squads. So many squads of one. Should we just join one? I feel like if you're joining a squad of one, you're intruding. They're having their little onanistic moment. They could be in a bush, just having a little tug. What about this Chaos White? 5 or 6. Let's go. Oh, hang on. Chaos White 1. Who's our SL? Smelly Discharge. Hello, Smelly Discharge. Let's have a little check to see if we can spot you on the map. Chaos White, Smelly Discharge. Where are you? Chaos White. Zoom out a bit. There's Blazer Red. Coastal Base Morton has Blazer Green and Atlas Blue. Where are we? Where are we? Perfect. He's born leader. Is who we're there we are, Blazer White and Atlas Green. Excellent. So they're in Villeneuve. Very good director. And we want to spawn as close to that as we can, which means probably Point Maryland. Can I spawn on my boy? Okay, it's Kansas, Maryland, or Texas. You know what? I think I might spawn at Texas and just head north. There we go. Let's get the compass out. What? Thank you. Let's head north. There we go. We're off. We're heading north. Is the how's the image coming out on the stream? Because on my preview, it's a little bit juddery. Shit, there's shooting going on. I'm hearing banging. It's not what I need. There's a car. That'll take us further north. And free as well. Not actually paid for with resources. Which is key. It's not too bad. Hang on a minute. Not too bad is not good enough. I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to bring the render scale down to 75%. And hopefully we'll get a little bit more smoothness. No, I'm still seeing significant jerkiness. Let me just do another little... I'll take it down to 1080. See how that goes. 50%. There we go. Maybe I could just tweak it down a quality preset if it gets a little too... Yeah, that's not looking excellent. Right, take it down a quality preset. There we go. Put it on higher settings instead of ultra. Oh, it all respawned. Shit. How's that?
Could we get a pickup from Kansas, please?
Can you pick me up on Texas on the way? Actually, do I just take the civilian vehicle?
We could if the team saved some supplies for a helicopter.
Where are we going? Fuck it, I'll just go to Kansas and pick him up. Oh shit! That wasn't ideal, but we're there now. Whoa! Okay. That wasn't how I intended to drive, but you know what? We're not dead. So let's check the map. Map. Left, I want to break off when we get to our boys. Here.
All stations, this is Alpha Maine. The enemy have overrun
And then
Arizona. Out.
somewhere over here is Kansas. Is that it? It is. Just get out. Fuck it. I went to the wrong base. I can accept that. But now I should be in the correct base. This should be, unless I'm very much mistaken, Kansas. Oh, it's not. It's just a fucking camo net. Ah, bum.
I got enemy infantry on the mountain.
Lamentum? There shouldn't be. Oh no! Oh, they've made it back to Texas. Fuck. Hang on. I need to get out of here. I fucked this badly. Here we go. Get back in the car. Drive back to Texas. I think it was actually my guys who were shooting at me because they saw me get in the car and they thought I was not a good boy. But hey ho. Here we go. Right, we're going the right way? Very much not.
Where do we need?
Oh, there's the radio tent. Okay. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Okay. Alright, I've definitely driven better in my life, but... Oh, there's some friendlies. Off they go. Who's shooting at me? Are they even shooting at me? You know what? I don't think they are. It's the best place to park, to be honest. Otherwise, you might not be able to find it later on. Oh, shit. Ah! Oh, get in.
All stations, this is Alpha Maine.
I'm in.
We are under attack at Point Missouri. Out.
Exactly.
He's a Russian.
Where are we? We're here, coming up here. Is there actually a gun on this? Can you actually get in the gun seat? No. No gun seat. Okay, that's fine though, that's fine. Absolutely fine. We're safe-ish. Abandoned vehicles, always a good sign. Oh, someone's asking for a helicopter pickup. No idea who it is. But there we go. What's this guy called? It's a German hippo. Interesting. And this guy's called Strike Through the Air.
Get out.
Oh shit. Ah! Taken out immediately. Killed 10 times by other players in any official game mode. Well, I'm so glad that my 10th time could be there. Okay. Okay. Right, so. There's Blazer White. That's not Chaos White. Let's see if I can actually respawn on my own squad now. That's Blazer White as well. Why have we got 2 Blazer Whites? Oh, no. Atlas White, not Blazer White. He must have died. I can't tell which one that is. Pooh Sister. Okay. Dusty Settee. Albert. I don't see my squad at all. Night Monkey. I think Coastal Base Lamentan is the main. If I spawn there... Just check quickly. Okay, let's spawn at main. Yeah. Seems to be the best way to go, right? Coastal Base Lamentan. With my 20-point loadout. He says, waiting slowly.
Not shoot friendly helicopters, Riz.
Please don't shoot friendly helicopters.
Use your mic or fuck off.
Oh, terribly sorry. Heavens above. Right, let's get out of here. Okay, so coast... Ah! Well, that sucks. Taken out. I hear some clippy microphone. Oh dear, it seems like main... Oh, I'm up again. I'm up again. Can I see it? Get my gun. He says, I've dropped my gun. Where is it? There it is. Grab it. Get on, back in! Shit. And I'm down again. What was that? I was on his side! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That didn't seem correct. Alright then. So what's going on here? Why is everybody dead? Atlas blue, blazer white, Atlas red. Alright, let's just ignore that then. Fuck that. Where is my actual squad? How do I find them? Is there any way of doing that? Click on them there? No? Oh! Kansas is our main operating base. Right. I didn't realise that. I thought it would be the other one. Oh, this looks... rough. I don't think there should be combat this close to the main, but okay. Oh, actually seems quite quiet now. I thought I could hear gunfire, but no. Is this regenerating? Not sure. Let's have a look in the arsenal. What can I have?
Alpha main to all stations.
I'm
The
not
enemy
particularly
are
fussed.
targeting point Missouri.
Probably shouldn't be going nuts on all the gear. We need to be taking it to the points and... to be honest, I could just take other people's gear that they've dropped here for no points, couldn't I? It's free shit. Well, I say free. They've paid for it already. But, oh, hello. Were they shooting?
Sir, question.
Yeah.
I seem to not be able to mount the suppressor on my gun. What am I doing wrong?
What are you trying to mount on it?
The suppressor on the M16A2.
You should either be able to do it as a mounting point when you inspect the gun by holding R. Oh, are you on PC or console?
I'm on PC, sir.
If you hold down R, you should be able to like inspect your weapon, and then if you look at the end of the gun, you'll see like an interaction point to fit it if you've got it in your inventory.
Well, I have it in my inventory, so I press tab.
Oh, yeah.
Like the scope.
You'll need to take the flash hider off.
Oh, what the hell? How do I inspect? Come again, how do I inspect it?
Hold down the R key, the reload button.
Okay.
And you can flip the gun over by tapping R again.
Okay, but I don't see the flashlight. There's something on the side, however.
It's the flash hider, not a flashlight.
Ah, yes.
Mark III suppressor. Can I use this?
Alpha main to all stations. The enemy are taking the ground.
No problem.
Now I have an ultra noob question. I can't look outside when I click it, it goes closer, but I'm not looking through my scope. Yeah, new.
Ah, they've changed the button that swaps between your scope and your iron sights. It was Z, I think, but I'm not sure what it is now. Hang on. I think you'll need to look in the keybinds. I can't remember what that was now. There we go. Look at me helping people. I barely played. What is the keybind? Settings, controls, common.
What the fuck?
Weapon.
Okay,
there
I
you go.
can aim. But, oh shit! Shit system.
Aiming down sights, sight range up, sight range down. Oh. Apparently it's middle mouse.
Middle mouse is melee.
Back to base.
Oh, they haven't changed the keybinds in the menu then.
Alpha main to all stations. Friendly forces are under attack at Point Missouri. Out.
Oh, this guy's got a fucking like scope on his gun. Yeah, I'll have that one. Ditch that one on the floor. There we go. And now... Oh, nice. A red dot scope. Oh, I didn't even know this was a modded server. Or is it? Is this a vanilla scope? Probably. Oh my god, the Soviets are winning. It's because I'm standing around here doing nothing. We should help. Where am I going? Let's look at the map. Can I see my squad? Is there any way to join them? They probably don't exist anymore even. What the hell are you doing out here? This is definitely modded because they've got a boat. Unless they're in an APC. That's also an option. They could be APCing it around. Wow, it's looking pretty, excuse me, pretty hemmed in here. So we're at Kansas. If we go...
Okay, I got it.
East a bit to the... There we go. Okay, so where was it? I need to get my compass out, and I need to go that way. Fair enough. I don't have a vehicle, which is going to be counterproductive, but I feel like we need to try and spot one en route, because if I... Oh, what have we got up here? Obviously a helipad. But any abandoned vehicles up here that I can drive? There's always a possibility. No, there's not. Okay, never mind. So we want to make it to the Old Wood, Missouri, and honestly, should I just wait for the chopper? Where is it? Oh, look at them go. They don't look very healthy. Oh, someone's got a gun. Someone's got a vehicle. I heard the horn go. Ah, an actual truck. This is it. We'll get into actual combat with people. No, don't do that. Get in. There we go. Ah. The problem with this is, if you're playing off hours,
Get in as passengers, scroll down.
you just get the casuals and nothing really, you know, there's no coordination, no organisation. Whereas if you turn up when the people who run the servers are actually in and playing, then it's a little bit more organised. Say that. I've barely played. This is easily my most extensive multiplayer experience in this game. I'm just obsessed with the mod. Looking like Lovecraft. Night Monkey, Norflow, Big Nate, and the Wild Zero. Oh, and RTJ. We've got a few of us in here. Who's driving? Ilfrags 3885. Nice. Oh, somebody jumped out. That doesn't seem sensible. Right, we should be coming up on Missouri. So if we pulled out of here and just driven across the map... It's annoying because nobody in our group here is a squad leader, so we can't see anyone on the map. Luckily, it's an American vehicle, so the driver is on that side there, having a little honk. Honk, 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 honk. Oh!
Don't shoot, use microphone.
Man, I can't wait till we land on a mine. It's gonna be fucking madness. Okay, so we're in a little village here, so presumably we've just pulled through Le Mans. Okay, that's where we are. Oh boy!
Don't get out, don't get out.
Don't get out. Too late.
Alright, now get out.
Now get out. Okay, I'm out. I hear them shooting from the left over there, I think.
He's getting.
Okay, I need to check my inventory, and I think I need to... Oh, shit. I don't see him. Oh my god. This way a bit. I hear pinging over here. Oh, I saw traces. Okay, I'm bleeding. I'm going to have to heal myself. Right click, left click, bandage. Go, applying the bandage. Am I? Oh! Grenade! Shit! Okay, the bandage is probably a bit of a lost cause at this point. Yes, I think I'm dead. Well, as we can see, I was highly combat effective. I absorbed several of their bullets, which can now no longer be used to shoot effective soldiers. You need to be a big bandage. More of a bag. A bagdage. Oh dear, what time is it? 20 to 3. I should start putting my socks on ready for the school run. Ah, dearie me. I wonder if I'll get revived. So I can't look at my map to find out. Oh, there we go. Pop my clogs. Didn't take long. Oh, right. Okay, let me just check my squad still exists. Because I haven't seen them since the first time I logged in. Atlas red, blazer white, blazer white. Where are they? That's a big issue with this game. You have a real hard time finding your squad if you're not sort of like... If you're just joining a squad. Good luck. Huh. They must be somewhere around here, right? Maybe. Let's go back. If I say escape... No, I can't. Can I change squad? Am I actually changing squad or just my... This is just changing the communications one. Okay. Can't actually jump to where they are. GG Gatesy, Dusty Settler. I smell funny. Interesting. I suspect it's all round here, right? Oh, there they are. Chaos White. If I jump in on Texas, can't. So really, I've got to go to Kansas and head north. That's it. Okay, go on then. Off to the MOB and head northeast. Why not? First, I'll put this sock on, though. Ah, there we go. Okay, get my... Basically that way. Oh! We lost. Okay. Perfect. What a beautiful ending to a game. The perfect way to find out you've been defeated. Fade to mucky grey. Well, there you go. Loads of people leaving. I'd say that the beginning of a round is probably the best time to get in, though, right? Don't want to be caught at the end like I was there, trying to figure out what's going on. You want to be in on the plans, in on the action. A quarter of an hour, if that. What? Oh, excellent. Well, there we go. That's a small armor stream. Nothing too exciting. And I am sure... Oh, I still had the tools running in the fucking background. No wonder it was chugging. Silly man. Silly, silly man. Oh, well. Oh, I've got a notification from Hooded Horse. They want me to play another game. What is this? He is coming. Disgusting. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been a lovely little stream. I'm going to try and find something a little bit more standard to be getting into in the next few months, but we'll see what goes on. Expect Dwarf Fortress to reappear at some point. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Thanks, Otiosities. Much appreciated. I'm sure at some point I'll be able to get people involved and playing it, but not yet. It's not playable yet. Thanks for watching. See you all later. Bye!